Today, we'll be looking at possibly the most essential topic of your maths exams, being the highest common factor, the lowest common multiple, and multiples. A factor is a number which divides exactly into another number. For instance, the factors of 10 would be 1, 2, 5, and 10. Or the factors of 30 would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Whereas the highest common factor is the largest number which divides exactly into two or more numbers without leaving a remainder. For example, the highest common factor of 10 and 12 would be 2. Because in this table, we have 10, and the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. And the factors of 12 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So since we're finding the highest common factor, the highest number that goes into both 10 and 12 would be 2 in this sequence, as we can see here in this table. Find the highest common factor of 84 and 120. For numbers like these, we lay it out in the form of a factor tree in order to find the product of its prime factors, like this, where we got 84 on the left and 120 on the right, where we would then identify the prime factors of 84 and 120, which we write as 2 times 2 times 3 times 7 for 84, and 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 for 120. All we're left to do now is to collect our common factors in the lists here for both 84 and 120, which would be 2 times 2 times 3, which is 12. Now, as you may have noticed, we didn't use the number 7 from the list of 84 because there's no other 7 in the list of 120 to accompany that number. So therefore it stays as 2 times 2 times 3. So a multiple is a number which divides exactly into another number, whereas the lowest common multiple is basically the times table of that number, except we're trying to find the smallest number which goes into both numbers, which is why it's called the lowest common multiple. For example, if we wanted to find the lowest common multiple of 9 and 12, we'd have to list our 9 and 12 times table, and then we'd have to then look at both lists and find the first number that occurs in both 9 and 12, which is 36 here. However, we also have 72 here, which also occurs, and this would not work as 72 is bigger than 36, so it would not be classed as the lowest common multiple. Here, we're asked to find the lowest common multiple of 70 and 56. First, we need to lay out a table here in order to find the multiples of 70 and 56, which is the same thing as listing the times table for both these numbers here. It would go as 140, 210, 280, and 350. And for 56, it would be 112, 168, 224, 280, and 336. If we just take a look at our multiples here in both lists, we can see that 280 is the first number that appears, which we would then class as being the lowest common multiple of both 70 and 56.